Hola mis amigos y bienvenidos a una otra sesión de la música de C-Line. And during this fuck-ass weather, I am going to be talking about a song that's a lot more chill than that weather, and it is called 24/7. 24/7 is heavily inspired by Christoph Goes, who inspired me to genre blend because he does a job well done at genre blending. Smooth jazz, world beats, a little bit techno, a little bit soft rock, even occasionally hip hop. I like to say he basically just does it all. I wrote this song toward the very end of 2023 and heading to 2024, just when I was in the beginnings of my self-reinvention journey. The concept of the song is all in the title, with 24 not only meaning 24 hours, but starting 2024. And 7 not only meaning 7 days, but feeling luckier when I transform my life. I remember very vividly when I wrote this song for the first time. I was sitting with my older sibling and my dad at a breakfast place in our town. I remember writing it for the first time in a notebook. Now, enough about how I started writing this 2 years ago. I want to talk about the creative process behind the production in 2025. This creative process was a really nice learning experience, especially because on the bridge, I wanted to learn how to do an Afro-Cuban beat. So I looked up a couple of videos on YouTube to learn how to create the percussions with respect to the culture, and this is what I came up with. But when you know you've come so far, joy always lives and sleeps in your heart. Work. The beat for most of the song is inspired by the first song that introduced me to Christoph Goes. So I tinkered around and changed up the pattern, so I wouldn't straight up copy from that song. But I wanted to instrumentally convey the feel of chill music and pay homage to Christoph Goes' dream. I think another special thing about 24/7's instrumentals is that it's one of the songs where I use strings. And you'll hear those strings in all of the choruses. And a little later on, after I released the EP, I realized that I used strings in Liberated and Volcano. I like using strings to help convey my messages in terms of the overall composition because it just really gives a nice little substance to my discography. And for my next album, I'm gonna raise those strings to the max. Like, I'm gonna be using them in every track. And I'm not gonna tell you why just yet, but just you see, just you wait. Now, a fun fact that I put into this song is that back in 2013, I used to be a backspot for my 5th grade cheerleading squad. Now, a fun fact that I put into the song that I want to shout out is that back in 2013, I used to be a backspot for my 5th grade cheerleading squad. So, in case you don't know what that is, a backspot stands directly behind the flyer before everybody in the group props her up. So, I was using the position of the backspot to imply how I've been living so much for others and propping them up, but not living for myself enough. So then when I see myself more as a flyer, I'm brave, I'm radiating confidence, I'm shining, and I'm inspiring people with my spirit and messages. It's fun what I did with just one line in that song. I used a backspot, but now I'm flying on top. Also, I want to explain an important message that I learned myself when I started reinventing myself. And it's within these lyrics. But then I realized what I consume with my ears and eyes is a special blessing, not a product to buy. Don't be selling your spirit if you're not ready, it seems. You still can on your own path follow dreams. Self-reinvention is not a consumption object. It's an individualized lifestyle, and I put lots of emphasis on individualized. This is going to be a pretty hot take, so bear with me. I think that we as humans often like to see things as a one-size-fits-all, but we have to discern what helps us and what doesn't. For example, something may help you, but it doesn't really help me. So I'm gonna look for something else to tailor to my life goals, tailor to my strengths, and alleviate my weaknesses and, you know. before this video gets too long, that's all I have so far of 24/7. So let me know what you think of 24/7. And if you want to check out more of my music on Spotify, search up C.Line. And you will see a girl in a bun, red tank top, blue jeans, black boots, gray and black umbrella. And that's where I will be. If you made it to the end, thank you for sticking around. I love ya, and I've got more Yap sessions to come in the future. See you around.